Welcome to NTC News, where your story is our story. We're coming to you live from the 2011 School of Congregational Development. There are over 400 of us here from all over the nation. We're here to learn, be inspired, and then go back and be a blessing in our local churches.
I'm delighted to be at the SCD conference. We're being inspired and motivated to go out and help our churches grow and develop.
We want to practice hospitality and practice our culture, connection, helping. We want to get great at our congregation. And the reason we practice hospitality isn't so that we'll be friendlier than the local Rotary Club. We practice to get ready for the big game, introducing the darkened world to the light of Jesus Christ.
You see, journeying into the wilderness can be a time of testing to help us be able to get our priorities and our real purpose straight on who we are and what God has called us to do.
We live in a changing world with new dynamics that are happening every day, every month, and every year. You need to come to the conference next year to be fed and to understand more about how you can be relevant and effective in this changing world.
I am excited to be at the conference this year, transforming our churches. I am looking forward to taking all of this knowledge and information and spirit back to our home church and sharing it with our members and just going out into the community and serving people. Spreading the good news of the gospel with the Lord in an organized manner. Bye.
Technology and ministry go hand in hand in our conference. The Reverend Edlen Cowley is starting a new church in Frisco. And guess what? He has his own app. So there is an app for that.
Hi, my name is Edlen Cowley, and I'm the lead pastor for St.Andrews United Methodist Church of Frisco. I'm here today to talk to you about our church. We launched public worship in September, but 2 weeks ago, we launched our iPhone Android app. Why did we do the app? We did the app because there are more and more people who have iPhone and Android phones, and we feel that in addition to email and texting, having that app that someone can directly access on their phone gives us a connection point to them. So if you go back to the app and take a look here, there's a donate button on here so that someone who wants to make a gift to the church can make it. It's kind of like taking the offering plate to them. Also here, you can come back and see sermons. So people can listen to sermons, and as you go here, right now we have audio files available, but once we start worship on Sunday mornings, we'll be taking video. So someone will either be able to see the sermon visually by video, or also they'll be able to listen to the audio. So in a sense, it's us taking the worship experience to them. And prayerfully, as we take that experience to them, as we relate to their lives, as we connect with them, and those connections are significant in those folks' lives, they're going to bring people to church with them. I think this app allows us to extend our invitation for Christian discipleship. You know, we extend that invitation into the community by extending it through the phone. And this is a device that people use every day. So we're trying to make ourselves more relevant in a very practical way. And that's really what having an app is all about.
In America, a woman is beaten or assaulted every 9 seconds. Friends, we've got to change that. Leading the charge here in North Texas is Jan Langbein. She is the director of the Genesis Women's Shelter.
For 25 years, Genesis Women's Shelter has been providing safety, shelter, counseling, information, referral, and resources to women and children who are victims of domestic violence. 20,000 times every year, the Dallas police respond to a domestic violence call. A home where someone who has told another person, no one will hear you, no one will help you, and no one will believe you. 1 out of every 4 women you pass in the halls of the church In the UMW, 1 out of every 4 will know domestic violence on an ongoing basis. I am stunned again and again when people ask me, why doesn't she get out? Why doesn't a battered woman just leave? And there's a whole list of questions. She doesn't have any money. She doesn't have a place to go, or thinks she doesn't. She's afraid for her children. How would she get along? And certainly, of course, the threats that he has made in retaliation. One of the reasons, which has appeared time after time, are women who say, I couldn't leave because my faith community would turn its back on me. We hear women who are not only physically abused and emotionally abused, but abused by their faith at a time when they absolutely need their God and their faith community more than ever. Is a time where many faith communities say this is a private business. This doesn't happen in our church, not in my congregation. We all have to be a part of the solution of this. It's not enough to say it happens here. We have to know the warning signs. The clergy needs to know how to respond. The congregation needs to know how to respond. I think we need to be prepared because this is the one issue that is the leading cause of injury to women in the United States. If you or someone you know needs help, call 214-946-HELP. The hotline at Genesis Women's Shelters stands ready 24 hours a day, 365 days a year to respond to what is going on in your life. Also, I invite you to visit our website, www.genesisshelter.org. Not only how to find help for yourself, but also download a brochure on how to be a friend to someone else who's in this situation.
Hunger does not go on a vacation. Recently we talked to Sarah Squires, director of the Wesley Rankin Center, and she had a great need for food. And you know what? Our churches responded.
I believe it was a Tuesday morning. I was on the telephone with Janet Collingsworth from St.Andrews United Methodist Church and Seven Loaves Food Pantry. We were talking about a potential partnership that would bring Seven Loaves and Wesley Rankin together to provide food for this West Dallas community. And in the midst of that conversation, Janet said to me, Sarah, it sounds like this is an emergency situation. These families need food. And I responded, it is an emergency situation, Janet.
The median area income in our community is less than $10,000 a year. The families we serve live below the national poverty line.
During the summer, children don't have access to food. During the school year, they're on free and subsidized lunches, but during the summer, these families will not have access to that food. Janet responded and said, Sarah, let's do it. 2 days later, Janet arrived with her band of followers and volunteers bringing truckloads of food here to Wesley Rankin Community Center. We distributed that food on 2 different occasions to West Dallas. We reached over 200 families representing almost 700 hungry individuals. There was a need, and Janet and the folks from St. Andrew and Seven Loaves responded to that need, and so families across West Dallas had access to healthy food during these summer months.
Lives were changed at the 39th Annual School of Christian Mission, sponsored by the Methodist Women of this annual conference. Let's take a look.
It's great to come together. It's fun. It's something we look forward to every year. Many people call it Bible School for Grown-Ups. It's men and women and youth and kids, and it's something special every summer.
This is my 3rd visit to the school. I don't ever plan to miss it.
Last time I was here, the last 2 years with the School of Christian Mission, I was blessed. I'm here to be nourished. I'm here to spiritually grow myself. Today and yesterday, we talked about the journey. And this journey is about forgiveness. This journey is about reconciliation. Right now, I'm going through something at work that would this subject matter of journey in my life, reconciliation and forgiveness, is I can actually practice it. I can actually love those who have harmed me. And I thank you for the Schools of Christian Mission that I'm in this class.
This has been an exciting edition of NTC News, where your story is our story.